I'm still annoyed that this one's not titled Bad Boys for Life instead of Bad Boys Ride or Die, because it's the fourth one in the series. You have to name the fourth one in the series Bad Boys Ride or Die, and the third one Bad Boys for Life. It just doesn't make any damn sense. Hey there guys, thanks for coming to Cinema Bear. My name's Eric Ortiz. Today we're going to take a look at Bad Boys. See, I almost did it again. I keep calling this movie Bad Boys for Life because it's the fourth one in the franchise, and it makes sense that they would title this one Bad Boys for Life because it's number 4, and save Ride or Die for the third one because that... Moving on. Bad Boys Ride or Die, we find Marcus Burnett and Mike Lowrey, played by Lawrence and Smith respectively, and the movie is essentially about how their captain from the previous film gets framed, and they have to figure out why he was framed, by whom, and they pretty much go through hell and back to make sure that their captain's legacy remains untarnished. Directors Adil and Bilal just did a fantastic job with this movie. It has the flashiness of a Michael Bay and the polish of a Ridley, Tony Scott movie from the 80s, where there's color, there's camera movement, there are these unique and interesting frames. I don't want to spoil anything, but some of the way the camera works in the action sequences here is just freaking incredible. The movie doesn't overuse slow motion. Let's put it like this: the way the action moves in this film and how like high energy and how fast and how clear it is. If this were a Zack Snyder film, maybe 3.5 hours long. This movie's not even 2 hours long. It's about 1 hour and 50 something minutes, but it all works so well. These guys are pretty fantastic at what they do. And on a side note, if there's ever going to be a Grand Theft Auto film, these are the two guys to do it. In terms of the script, it's serviceable. There's nothing here that's, extraordinary by any way, shape, or form. The characters do evolve, which is something that a lot of movies and their sequels don't do properly, but this one does. Everything in terms of action that we see on screen is character driven. Even characters you don't expect. One of the best action sequences in this film, I'll always go back to the action because it's just excellent, comes from a character you would not see taking control. The theater where I was in when this moment happened, and you'll know which moment I'm talking about when you see it, people just lost it. You couldn't hear the gunshots, and the gunshots are freaking loud because everyone was just cheering so loudly. It's a movie where the action is not as big as, something like Bad Boys 2 with that, huge chase scene down the favela, or even the highway chase. There's nothing like that here. But the moments that do have action are all character driven, and they're all very personal. We feel more involved, and it pays off. I mean, overall, the script might not be amazing in terms of the story, but in terms of character, it gets the job done very well. In terms of the acting, let's just get this out of the way. This is Will Smith and MartinLawrence's show. Everybody else, they do a decent job. Joe Pantoliano, even though his character is passed away, almost has like Black Panther Part 1, where he sees his dad in the afterlife. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. When he shows up, it's actually pretty poignant. You kind of feel something, not because the story's necessarily that good, but because just the legacy of these characters and these actors being as good as they are. Smith is on point. This is a great comeback film for him, but MartinLawrence kind of steals the show. One of the great things about these two guys is that this franchise only works with Will Smith, MartinLawrence. You cannot replace these men. They are just so at home with these characters that I can see another 3 or 4 Bad Boys movies being done after this. They're just great. Again, they're surprises that I will not spoil. One of the great things that makes this movie stand out, outside of Smith and Lawrence, obviously, is the fact that it is an R-rated movie. I don't hate PG-13 action films. I think, they exist for a reason. Movies are very expensive. But the same way I appreciated Mad Max Furiosa, or Furiosa Mad Max Saga, where the action is there, the action is clear, the action gets that punctuation of violence from being an R-rated movie. This movie has that, and it's actually a little bit more intense than Furiosa. It does not flinch. If you're tired of, seeing an action film where something really violent and intense is going to happen, and suddenly it cuts away to someone reacting to it, or just some other moment, instead of staying with the violence to punctuate the action to give you that intensity, this is it. Fellas, take your friends, have a couple of beers afterwards and talk about it, because this is one of those movies that you see with your friends, you have a good time. We've been missing movies like this for a while. I think we need more Bad Boys films out there. Let's put it like that. Guys, I'm pleasantly surprised to say that Bad Boys Ride or Die is actually excellent. This is a an excellent time at the movies. Go see it in the theater. I saw it in Dolby. I'm gonna go see it in IMAX this weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the reaction of the friends that I'm taking with me, because this is right now the best movie of the summer, and I cannot recommend it enough. No, it is not a masterpiece of cinema or some great narrative, heartfelt art house movie. It's none of that. But it's summertime. We want to go to the movies, we want to have a good time, we want to enjoy ourselves, we want to have fun. It's here. Just go see this film, have a good time. And yeah, I go to the theater. That's all I got to say. Thanks for watching Cinema Bear. My name is Eric Ortiz. I'll see you for the next one. Take care.